Hey, Fix and Cruise family! Ever been driving in the rain, slammed on the brakes, and felt your wheels lock up, sending you into a terrifying slide? That gut-wrenching moment is exactly what your anti-lock braking system, or ABS, is designed to prevent. But what happens when that crucial ABS warning light flashes on your dashboard? What does it truly mean for your driving safety and your wallet? Today, on Fix and Cruise, thanks to the insightful video from EasyAutoFix, we're going to demystify that little yellow light and show you the most common culprits behind an ailing ABS system. We'll start by watching their excellent overview, then we'll dive deep into each cause. Get ready to understand one of your car's most vital safety features, because understanding this could save you a lot of trouble and keep you safe on the road. Sit back and take a watch.
So when that light shows up on your dash, what does it mean? First step, scan your car with an OBD2 scanner. If there are codes stored, that's your starting point. But what if no codes pop up and you've already fixed something and the ABS light is still on? That's when you need to dig deeper. Let me show you the most common causes you should check next. The first cause is a faulty wheel speed sensor. The purpose of the wheel speed sensor is to measure how fast each wheel is spinning and send that data to the ABS control module. If one or more sensors fail, the ABS module won't know the true rotation of the wheels. When that happens, the ABS system usually shuts itself off as a safety measure, and that's when the ABS warning light pops up on your dashboard. Sometimes, the wheel speed sensor itself can be good, but if there's damage to the wire or connector, it can also mess with the signal. The second cause is a bad ABS reluctor wheel. Some cars use a metal ring with teeth near the wheel hub to help the sensor read the speed. If that ring cracks or gets rusty, it can throw off readings and trigger the ABS light. The third cause is low brake fluid. If the brake fluid gets too low, it can turn off the ABS system. Some possible leaks could be coming from the brake lines, master cylinder, calipers, or wheel cylinders. The fourth cause is a bad relay or blown ABS fuse. If there's an issue with the electrical system, the ABS fuse may blow to protect the circuit from damage. Also, a faulty relay in the ABS circuit can prevent power from reaching the system and trigger the ABS warning light. The fifth cause is a faulty ABS module or hydraulic pump. These are the brains and heart of the ABS system. If the module fails or the pump motor burns out, it can't control brake pressure and you'll lose the ABS function. The next cause is a faulty brake light switch. The brake light switch is usually mounted near the brake pedal assembly and tells the ABS module and ECM when you're pressing on the brakes. If it fails, the ABS may not receive the correct signal and trigger the light. The last possible cause could be rust buildup around the wheel speed sensor. If rust forms between the sensor and the surface, it could increase the gap too much, causing a weak or inaccurate signal. This could trigger the ABS light to turn on. I appreciate you all for watching this video. If you gained value, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Alright, that video from EasyAutoFix gave us a fantastic quick run-through of the main reasons your ABS light might come on. But let's break it down further, interactively, and talk about what each of these issues truly entails for your vehicle. First up, the unsung hero, the wheel speed sensor. This little component is absolutely crucial. Think of it as your car's eyes on each wheel, constantly telling the ABS control module how fast each wheel is spinning. If one or more of these sensors fail, or if there's damage to its wire or connector, the ABS module essentially goes blind to that wheel's speed. What does it do then? It shuts itself off as a safety measure, triggering that yellow ABS light on your dash. It's like trying to navigate a dark road without headlights. The system just won't function correctly to prevent wheel lockup. Next, for some vehicles, we have the ABS reluctor wheel, also known as a tone ring. This is a metal ring with teeth, usually located near the wheel hub, which works hand in hand with the wheel speed sensor to measure speed. If this ring cracks, gets bent, or even suffers from heavy rust buildup, it can throw off the sensor's readings, causing inaccurate data to be sent to the ABS module. Imagine a gear with a few broken teeth. It can't transmit motion smoothly, right? The same concept applies here, but with data signals leading to that warning light. Now, this next one might seem straightforward, But low brake fluid is a serious issue that absolutely can trigger your ABS light. If the brake fluid level drops too low, it impacts the entire braking system, including the ABS. The video mentioned potential leaks from brake lines, the master cylinder, calipers, or wheel cylinders. If you see this light and notice your brake fluid is low, it's not just about topping it off. It's a clear indicator of a leak that needs immediate attention. Your braking power relies entirely on that hydraulic pressure. Electrical glitches are a common culprit, and that brings us to a bad relay or a blown ABS fuse. Just like any other electrical system in your car, the ABS relies on a steady power supply. If there's an issue with the electrical circuit, the ABS fuse might blow to protect the system from damage. Similarly, a faulty relay can prevent power from reaching the ABS module, essentially cutting off its lifeblood and triggering the warning light. For the DIYers out there, checking your fuse box is often one of the quickest and easiest initial diagnostic steps. Moving on to a more complex component, a faulty ABS module or hydraulic pump. These are, effectively, the brains and heart of your ABS system. The module processes all the data from the wheel speed sensors and other systems, while the hydraulic pump is responsible for rapidly adjusting brake pressure to prevent individual wheels from locking up. If the module fails, or if the pump motor burns out, the system can't control brake pressure as intended, leading to a loss of ABS function and, you guessed it, that warning light. This is typically a more involved and often more expensive repair. An often overlooked component is the brake light switch. While its primary job is to illuminate your brake lights when you press the pedal, it also plays a role in the ABS system. It tells the ABS module and the engine control module, ECM, when you're applying the brakes. If this switch fails and doesn't send the correct signal, the ABS system might not receive the necessary input to function properly, which can then trigger the ABS warning light. And finally, a less obvious but very real cause, rust buildup around the wheel speed sensor. This is particularly common in regions with harsh winters, where roads are frequently salted. If rust forms between the sensor and the surface it's reading, it can increase the gap between them, causing a weak or inaccurate signal. Sometimes, simply cleaning away the rust can resolve this issue, allowing the sensor to get a clear reading once more and turning off that pesky light. So, we've walked through the common causes. But what's my critical take on all of this for you, the Fix and Cruise community? First, and perhaps most important, diagnosis is paramount. The video correctly points out that an OBD2 scanner is your starting point. However, for ABS systems, a generic OBD2 scanner might only give you basic powertrain codes. To truly pinpoint the problem, you often need a more advanced scanner that can read ABS-specific codes. Investing in one of these, or getting a professional diagnostic from a trusted mechanic, is crucial. Without it, you're just guessing, which can lead to costly trial-and-error repairs. Second, and this cannot be stressed enough, the ABS light is not a check engine light you can ignore for a few days. This is a critical safety system. If it's on, your anti-lock braking function is likely disabled. This means if you have to emergency brake, your wheels will lock up, and you will lose steering control. That's incredibly dangerous, especially in wet, icy, or gravelly conditions. Do not postpone checking this issue. Third, consider the DIY versus professional balance. While checking fuses, brake fluid levels, and even inspecting wheel speed sensors for obvious damage or rust can be DIY-friendly tasks, anything involving major brake components like the master cylinder, calipers, or especially the ABS module itself often requires specialized tools and expertise. Brake systems are complex and absolutely critical for your safety. If you're not 100% confident in your abilities, it's always safer to let a professional handle it. Finally, Remember that preventive maintenance can significantly reduce your chances of encountering these problems. Regular brake fluid checks and flushes, keeping an eye out for rust, and addressing any unusual braking behavior early can all help keep your entire braking system, including the ABS, in top shape for years to come. So, there you have it. Fix and Cruise family. A comprehensive look at what your ABS warning light means and what to check when it turns on. A huge thanks again to EasyAutoFix for creating that informative animation. Remember, safety on the road is paramount, and a properly functioning ABS system is a huge part of that. Don't ignore that light. If you found this video valuable and learned something new, please hit that like button, subscribe to Fix and Cruise for more automotive insights and repair tips, and let me know in the comments below if you've ever dealt with an ABS light issue and how you fixed it. Your experiences help the whole community. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Drive safe.